this creative spiritual journey, I'm talking to the conscious creators, we've been going over resistance, but there's something that needs to be covered. And that is when your work is asking you to grow. So when the doubt arises, when the overthinking arises, when the procrastination starts, or the, we get furious at the work and we beat ourselves up, when that sets in, or it seems like everything that can go wrong is going wrong, something is asking for your attention. Hence why I love self-inquiry for this work, which is, we spend some time on that in the Artist's Return. Self-inquiry, learning critical self-reflection, is fundamentally important as a human anyway. If only more people in the world did that. But as a creative, with all this cosmic force, this creative power flowing through us, it's really important to be able to ask, what is being asked of me right now? What is trying to let itself be known? Where am I meant to grow? And to a lot of this, it can honestly be a point where it just is painful. It's just painful. For me, being more aware, I know when I feel like a haze has moved in here, or this has closed up, or my action center has gone dead inside. And you can start to gear your inquiry questions around those centers. You kind of know what the topic is depending on which area is feeling gnarly, flat, dead, blocked, hazy. You know that feeling when your insight center, where you're just not getting good wisdom. You're just not seeing what you were seeing. It's just closed. It can feel like a haze, or it can feel like a headache. It can feel dull. Self-inquiry can turn that around very quickly. But often, when things feel like that, it's like, I call it a precipice. You're standing on a precipice where really you're on an edge of self-transformation. What's being asked of you is no longer just to return to the clear space. That should always be a first port of call anyway. But it's to have the attitude of, okay, what do I really need to get about myself? What do I need to adjust, transform, clear, purify, whatever? And is it to my craft? Is it to my personhood? Is it a universal conscious thing that's calling me? Because it's an invitation. It's an invitation for when you go inner towards the clear space, that you open up to intel that, okay, no, I need to drop this. It's always something about you. I think when it gets really, really edgy, I used the word gnarly before, but when it gets like that, it is something about you. It's something about you that you need to adjust, transform, fix, whatever. I'm not saying you're broken, but just, you know what I mean. Let's say something to rectify or recalibrate, if we're thinking of the three forces that we talked about last week. And how do we ride through these phases? Well, when we do the clear space work that we learn in the Artist's Return, that I spent decades learning, just boom, give it to you. And it's going to take you time. It's going to take you time to build the muscle in those kind of more contemplative practices. And the great thing with the clear space is it's beyond the mind. So once you get good at it, you might be good at it instantly. It's instant. It's not, I've got to work on my mindset, because it's deeper than that. It's happening before the mind even comes into play. You fix that area up, the mind is going to be a lot easier to handle. And you can fix your mindset so far. You can be always on it, but there is something driving it. So we want to know what that is. And so when we live in an era, I think we've lived in this for a long time, that way of push, force, just do it. Sometimes that might be what you need. Sometimes you might need a little kick up the bum, but majority of the time it's actually not, because it's more subtle than that. So I'm inviting you to a wiser, more compassionate way of creative being, working with creative energy itself, subtle, powerful life force. Because it ain't about you. And when it ain't about you, it means that you got to get out of the way. So what are you misinterpreting? What are you not seeing? What do you need help seeing? Because all you want to do is create. You just want to return to the practice and you want to keep going. Once you've had the awakening to what's going on and you adjust it, oh my God, you are now a different creator, a different artist. You have completely moved through something that may have been getting in the way for some time. Your work will be better. You'll be a lot clearer. It's phenomenal. Now, if this sounds fascinating to you, I actually have opened up a small number of spaces for people who would love a taste of having a shift from whatever is blocking their way creatively and getting a little bit of intel into what needs to be done. This is a free 20-minute, let's call it like a hot seat. And it's because I would actually love something from you in return. And that will be feedback to experience the work itself, even if just in a quick 20-minute kind of boot camp session. That would be really fantastic. So if that bigger thing is showing up for you and you'd like some help, I'll put the link below. Keep creating. And remember, silence the doubt, awaken the artist.